Hello and welcome everybody. In this video I'm going to show you how to deploy and launch a container on a Trustgrid Edge node. You'd want to do this if you had an application that needed access to remote resources like a database or sensors or office equipment like a NAS or a camera. We're going to deploy a simple HTTP API written in the spirit of Fortune, the Unix toy utility that lets us read and write fortunes from a JSON file that lives in a persistent volume. To add fortunes, the user will need to know a passphrase, which we'll inject with an environment variable. First, let's create a volume to attach to our container. I'll just name it Fortune Demo, and we're not going to encrypt it. You'd want to do this so the application can maintain its data between restarts. Next, we'll add a container to the node. I'm going to run it as on demand, which just means it runs when we want it to, but won't automatically restart. We're going to set some environment variables that tell the app how to run. The passphrase is what we'll use when we want to create new fortunes, and the dbdir will tell the app where to look for its JSON file. Because I want to expose this container service over the network, I'm going to add a host port mapping. We'll just map it to 8080 internally and externally, which is what our service is listening on. And then I want to mount the volume that we created earlier at /db, which is what we described with the environment variable. And with all that set, we'll start the container. This window on the left shows the standard output from the container. And from here, we can launch a terminal to get terminal access inside the container runtime itself. You can see only the processes that the container should have access to are visible. This could be useful for debugging or exploring or troubleshooting a container actually at the edge. We can see that the application has initialized. It pre-populated a Fortunes JSON file that we can make requests and get answers from. And now we can actually create our own fortune with something that's going to be always true in the spirit of the Fortune utility. So far, we've only seen traffic run inside a container, but we exposed a port so the service would be accessible remotely. This is from my laptop, actually talking remotely to the application at the edge. You can run any sort of containerized application in this environment while getting the levels of isolation you'd expect and gaining access to the local network at the edge. If you have questions or would like more information, please visit us at www.trustgrid.io. Thanks.